Hey docs, Dr. Josh Wagner here with Patient Mastery, where we help awesome chiropractors become the go-to doc in your community with your best collections ever and more time off without having to add any more marketing, team, or hours. So really quick topic that's gonna make a difference no matter where you are in practice. There's so many great docs jumping into Patient Mastery right now to learn the proven process for more people to say yes, follow your recommendations, pay you what you're worth, and get help getting back to their life. And we notice with all these different docs and all different levels of practice that it's common for some of them to feel burnt out. Hey, Andy, good to see you. It's really common in this profession to feel burnt out. Here's some examples, because I felt it too. School didn't teach you what you thought you needed to be successful, like actually pay off your student loans, save for the future, give your family the lifestyle they want. They taught you maybe a certain amount on how to help people, a lot about how to refer out, that was my experience, and pretty much nothing on how to get respected or paid. So school didn't do it for you. Then you get out and your state association probably isn't helping you that much. Colleagues oftentimes will help a little bit, but essentially it's like, no, your competition. You might have gone to some coaching practice management, you got some good stuff, but you got a lot of stuff that was just like, well, I don't even know if that's legal, that doesn't seem ethical, or that just seems like not how I want to practice, like knocking on doors and introducing myself in the community, or doing screenings every week, or doing dinner talks and lunch and learns. Like that may not be your thing. So here's what happens when you're feeling burnt out. First, just realize it's completely understandable and justifiable in this profession, especially because society doesn't make it easy for us. Insurance companies don't make it easy for us. Other healthcare providers and the medical profession doesn't make it easy for us. Like, it is legitimate if you're feeling burnt out. Now, oftentimes what you hear, it's the Simon Sinek, who's got great thoughts, and what's his mantra? Start with why. Isn't that it? Start with why. And getting back to like why you do what you do. Hey Matt, good to see you. However, oftentimes starting with why, like you fell in love with chiropractic like I did. You fell in love with this understanding that the body has the innate ability to heal itself. We could come in without any side effects, without, pretty much with full confidence, we're going to make improvement and make progress. And by just removing interference, this is going to make a positive difference and actually spread an amazing message. Like, that's your why. And that's not the answer, by the way. I'm saying like what's normal, but then we go out and our CAs may not understand it. Our patients definitely don't understand it. The general public doesn't understand it. Our extended families don't understand it. The medical doctors who they should be referring to don't understand it. The insurance companies don't understand it. And it's easy when you start with your why to still stay stuck in burnout, because you have a why that exists here, but like the rest of the world and the people who you need it most, your patients, to understand it, don't share or understand that same why. So in chiropractic, should you have the why? Absolutely. I'm sure you already do. That's oftentimes not going to get you through the burnout and the low points and the frustration. So here's what I want you to do. Shift. Start with why to start with who. WHO. And I want you to think right now on two levels. Who do you do this for? The first level, people who are suffering. And I mean suffering, I don't mean they're dying of cancer. I mean they've got pain that stops them from enjoying life, that has them more irritable at their spouse and their kids, that has them not being able to do their fun hobbies, that has them not be able to watch the Super Bowl in a week and a half on the couch without pain. Like, that's a big deal. So the who, and maybe for you, maybe it's pediatrics. Maybe for you, it's athletes. Maybe it's you specialize with migraine headaches and more neuro stuff. Like, who is suffering, who you see the best results with, and who you want to help. That should light you up. Like, that's purpose, that's commitment, that's a reason to go forward for actual legitimate people suffering to getting their life back and attributing it to you. That's the first who. The second who is who's benefiting when your practice is where you want it to be. Thriving, successful, you enjoy going in, you have 3-day weekends, you're making the money you want to make for your family. Most likely, it's your family. So is it significant other, children? Maybe there's a lot of docs in patient mastery now, they're able to take care of their parents. Now they're able to gift more to causes. So for you, the who, when you're more financially successful and not stressed, who does that impact? Family? Maybe causes that you give time, energy, money to? So I want you to think, especially if you're in burnout mode, the profession hasn't given you what you thought it would, schooling system hasn't given you state associations, leadership. Get back to, who is this all for? Start with the who. Who are you serving? Who are you taking care of? That makes a difference to them. And when things are going well, who does that make a biggest difference to on your end, in your sphere of influence, your family, your causes? When you anchor to the who of why you started this, you will have new energy, new ideas, new focus, new momentum. And when you realize that it's all about the who, actually just tactically and tangibly, like your website, you stop doing the things that sabotage new patient attraction, like talking about your services and talking about chiropractic and talking about wellness or talking about subluxation or laser or decompression or whatever it is that chiropractors are addicted to. It's all about me, 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 and what I know and my philosophy and all this. And you start talking about, who are you there to help? Is it people suffering with migraines, back pain, disc issues, sciatica, weight, hormones, functional medicine stuff? Now, you don't say functional medicine because no one that knows what that means. You talk about the diabetes and the thyroid and the sleep disorders and all of that. And when you make that switch to the who, it's going to make a difference internally for you. It's going to change how you think. It's going to change how you act. It's going to change how you speak. That's just one of the initial foundational understandings in patient mastery. And then everything, the proven process, how to get more referrals, more reactivations, how to get paid a lot more than, sacrificing to be in network with insurance companies for $16 checks or 10-cent checks, and only dealing with patients who don't want to spend more than $10 to get their life back. And you realize you can have a whole different experience of practice, have 3-day weekends every week, make more without having to double your volume, and have a career helping people get in their life back, doing it for the right reasons, with professionalism, integrity, certainty, power, and enthusiasm. That's patient mastery. So whether or not you're feeling burnt out or stuck, but if you're below that $40,000 a month collections level and it hasn't been moving, usually it's not going to change on its own. Like if you keep doing the same things, you get the same results. That's what we specialize in. If you're stuck below that 40,000, a lot of docs are in that 20 to 30 range. And if you made 15 to 20,000 more a month without more marketing, without more team, without having to work Saturdays, that would make a big difference for your life. That's what I'm committed to. With great chiropractors, becoming the go-to doc in town, 3-day weekends, adding 15 to 20,000 a month in primarily all profits, knocking out your debts, saving for the future, giving your family the life they deserve for someone who helps get so many people back to the life they deserve. You need help? Comment below, send me a message. Just say, not help, just write PM, and I'll message, see if we can help you. Simple as that. Whether or not, start with the who, go forward, stay strong, stay focused. Your community needs you, and your patients are lucky to have you. Keep up the great work.